Let's call the meeting to order. The first thing we have is item number 19, this is ordinance to amend. Certain things what,
No, it's pretty much what I presented on
the last
couple weeks ago. There are a couple, after Nick, Attorney Serwin, had gotten a little bit more in-depth into it, there were a few minor changes just to wording. Let's see, sections, there's 3 sections that we're talking about changing the premises description. He was a little bit leery on the way it was worded, so I ended up changing it to say it is within the discretion of the License and Health Committee and Common Council to approve or disapprove the change in written premises description. That matches the exact wording from the league book, and Nick was he was in favor of that. There was a section on section 1 that talked about not accepting an application from a foreign company. You noticed that verbiage was missing from a similar section for the Class C licenses, so we added that to match. And the only other change was changing at within to at least to make it sense, make sense, and that had to do with transfer application for a transfer needs to be in the city clerk's office at least 15 days.
Oh,
because it said within 15
more than
days.
15 days, not less than 15.
It said within didn't make sense, so we just changed it. So that's the only change from the items that we presented. I initially put in the changes he talked about with the discontinuance ordinance, the 30 days that we have, but he wants to work more on that, so that's going to come back at another time.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I move approval.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And we have number 20, this is a resolution. Authorizing staff to enter an agreement with Westellian Brewery Company.
I move approval.
Second.
Okay, so we're moving to adopt.
I move to adopt.
Yeah. Okay, no, okay, but my only question on this here was, this is at the actual farmer's market?
Correct.
It was, when the farmer market's going on, they can have tents for selling beer.
Is this on the street?
This is a resolution to do that. A brewery is handled differently than a
Right.
bar or anything along those lines. So they can request from the Department of Revenue a special application or permit for like a temporary sales location. So yes, they can do that there.
But, like, if we have, okay, Sally.
Their intent is to set up as a street vendor on Lapham Street on Saturdays.
On the street?
Because the street is blocked off and we have
Right.
areas sectioned out for street vendors, and they're gonna be setting up in that area.
But I know that when we have when a bar has it, they gotta put up fences or something to stay within? Are they gonna have something like that too, or they can just get the beer and walk throughout the entire farmer's?
They can walk through the farmer's market.
Okay,
And we can't do the, sorry.
go ahead, go ahead.
We can't do the bar going to the farmer's market anymore.
Oh,
That's
right,
been
right,
removed, yeah.
I understand, so,
Mr. Chair.
Alderman Wagner.
So is this a one-time thing we're agreeing to, or is this, and we're going to see how it goes, and maybe do it with
1 day,
just
Mr. Chair.
just
1 day during the hours of the market.
okay.
Yeah, just a test run. They may, if it's well received, they'll probably look to do it next season. I'm guessing. I don't know about October, but they were out there as a test run 2 weeks ago, and I stopped by for a little bit, and it was a very positive. Where have you been the last 12 weeks? Kind of comments. And
Oh, that's good.
we've, like I think I mentioned in the correspondence last council meeting, we've seen this in other communities, farmers markets,
Right.
and breweries from the area, and some people just like to walk around with beer and shop for vegetables.
Cauliflower and a beer. Okay, is there any further discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Then we have, let's see, item number 21. This is for a fundraiser at Brass Monkey.
Move approval.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Then we have various license, item number 22.
I move approval subject to necessary requirements.
Second.
Do we have any further discussion on these? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, then we have 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 32, and 33. So we have 23 to 33. These are the police reports.
Move to place on file.
Second.
Is there any further discussion?
Mr. Chair, one of these police reports was an OWI where the police had caught the individual leaving an alley, nearly struck an officer or something like that. And it had the tavern name tied to it for some reason. I thought it was Boosters, but I can't.
This is for August. I didn't see that.
Do you have the summary report?
Where they hit
I
him?
think
where
it
they hit
was,
him?
I think it was
Yes,
item
yes.
32.
I think it was 32.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
And I guess I didn't see their police report, so I'm just, you're right, it happened there.
Yes, that's the one.
That's not the one. Do you have the police report, August? I apologize.
Well, there's
I
two.
read it. I just.
Try 33. There's two boosters. Different dates.
Officer Hoff and Kleinfeld were struck by a vehicle accelerating from an alley. As they activated the emergency lights, the vehicle fled. Vehicle and driver located.
33?
Highly intoxicated and performed poorly. This was Boosters on August 28th?
Yeah, number 33.
Number 33. So, I wonder, why is it because the individual was drinking at Boosters? What's that one there?
Yeah.
And would we want to call him in for something like that?
Well,
Over-serving?
it's one of the issues we've discussed before, which I want to discuss at our 28th meeting, is this, that when he says people are highly intoxicated, you know, were they drinking there? They just come in and did people, you know, chase them out, or they just had one beer, or you know, it's hard to determine, and so.
Would it be all right if we just hold 33 until we get a
33?
chance to look at that one a
Okay.
little bit longer? A little
Okay,
bit
so
closer?
So I amend my motion to remove item 33.
do you second that?
Second.
No, Ro?
Second.
Okay. So then we have items 23 through
32.
32.
32, all over the place. And is there any further discussion on any of them? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried. We do have two people. I can see him here. Should be Kyle or
I think that's Kylie.
Kylie
Kylie?
Ann Craft,
Kylie Ann Craft.
or Nicholas Greenhall?
Yeah, Greenhall. Are they? They're not here, so
Wasn't 34 second non-appearance?
both of these would have been the same.
Move for denial
No.
based on two non-appearances.
I think 34 was, it was 35 also?
I thought we had them. That's just. Ann will probably call us.
Yeah. Or text me.
Or text.
I text you, yeah.
Mr. Chair, I don't believe 35 has been
No, I
called
don't think it
before.
was. I think
Oh.
34 was.
My mistake.
34 was?
I do know 34 did come to the last council meeting because she did get an appearance letter that, but she wasn't on the agenda, so she was asked to come back. So I don't know why she wasn't here tonight because I do know that Ann did ask her to appear.
Yeah, I also received email from you on both of these items that are gonna be on the agenda for the 28th.
Yeah, I think we should probably hold it for that meeting, just to get it
Okay,
squared
we'll
away.
just hold both of these.
Okay.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Wow.
I thought that was the motion.
All in favor?
Oh, free
Aye.
All right, and the Administration and Finance Committee will come to order. All 5 members are present. Starting with item 7, which is a joint resolution with Public Works, and the resolution has been amended, and I'm going to read the whole thing out and I'll point out to you how it's been amended. It's a resolution authorizing the Superintendent of Forestry to apply for a cost share grant of $25,521. The city's portion of this grant would be $11,493 to fund emerald ash borer mitigation projects and reduce runoff in urban communities. The original number was a cost share grant of $20,000, and just a clerical issue, a typo. The correct number is $25,521. Can I have a motion?
I'll move approval.
Second.
A motion from Alderman Weigel, a second from Alderman May. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chair?
Go ahead.
I see the foresters here. Mike, is this buying trees or is this tree treatments?
No, this is buying trees.
Just buying trees, yeah.
So, Bay Lakes area, it's like Sewer Pack. It's a regional planning commission, and the U.S. Forest Service have offered these grants. We applied in 2016 for $20,000, didn't get it. We applied last year, I'm sorry, 17, 18 we applied for around 10,000, 140 trees, and we got it. So from indication I got, that's kind of their sweet spot, which is why I went for 11,000 again. It costs us about $90 to plant a tree and another $90 to water it throughout the season with provisional employees. So that's 180 a tree, so 141 trees times 181 comes out to our share, 25,521, I think it is. All this money is for purchasing trees.
Right.
Yep.
So this money's for purchasing trees, because I thought I read in the application that the money's not supposed to be used for staff.
No, our match can be staff.
Oh, our
match.
match. Our end of it is we're not putting up cash, we're
No,
putting up staff time.
Yeah, staff and equipment.
Okay. And there's no special, this is just trees, we're not doing any kind of road features for the runoff. It's just about trees doing a job.
Right, so trees actually do
Do that,
reduce storm
yeah,
runoff,
yeah.
and yes.
Sometimes we have this runoff issues with some sort of special curb or gutter
Oh,
or
no,
thing we've
no,
seen
we don't
sometimes.
have to do any
No, okay.
erosion barriers or anything like that, no.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
All right, thank you.
And item 8 is a resolution approving the transfer of $1,500 from the salary account for equipment.
Move
to-
approval.
Thank you, Alderman Weigel. Next, second from Alderman May. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 9 is a resolution accepting a single source proposal from Novatime Technology for software in the amount of $19,440 or $1,620 a month. At a one-time fee of $1,100, not to exceed $20,540.
Move approval.
Motion from Alderman May.
Second.
Second from Alderman Rote. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 10 is a resolution authorizing us to buy.
Move for approval.
Thank you, sir.
Second.
Motion and a second. And any discussion?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
if I recall correctly, this is a loan from the city to the CDA that will get paid back to the city, correct? Okay. Thank you.
And who wants to answer that? I think
I think
that
that's
sounds
right.
right.
Well,
Right.
if and when the property sells, yes.
Right.
Until then, the city would be responsible for the debt payments.
And the maintenance, the snow shoveling. And if, Mr. Chair, if I can,
Go ahead.
if the CDA gives the property to a developer,
If the CDA, you would think it would be part of a TIF agreement,
well,
so
or
there
could-
would hopefully be increment coming back to support.
well, I
that
understand
debt.
that, but let's say it's not a TIF, let's say it's some other, so it's possible we won't be getting the 600,000 back or whatever it is. 587.
The council would have to approve
Approve
that
that,
too.
and it also gives us the right to control the property to decide what use goes there.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 11, resolution, transfer $75,000 from the fire department salary account to purchase a new reserved aerial ladder truck.
Move approval.
Motion from Alderman
Second.
May, second from Alderman Chaplesky. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
why so cheap? Why didn't we buy this one before we spent 1.2 on the other one?
Sure. So the one we're looking at here would serve as our reserve aerial.
Okay.
It is a 94. It's fairly old. It's 24 years old. I think it's a 94. Yeah. So it's a 24-year-old truck. So it's got some life left in it, just not enough to serve 30 years as our frontline aerial truck. But for as often as we need to switch into it for preventive maintenance measures on our current frontline truck, it's got enough life left in the bones for that.
Okay.
And I think added to that too is where it's currently in service is a suburban rich fire department with a few calls. It doesn't get much use like it does in even our fire department.
Like
certainly
a kite
not
in a
urban.
tree or something, getting a kite down or something?
Yeah.
Get the cat down.
It's coming from a small, affluent Long Island suburb, a volunteer department. We did the math on the miles per year. This thing goes about 800 miles a year versus our aerial goes about more than twice that. So it doesn't get quite a lot of miles on it.
Thank you.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 12, request from the city administrator to fill a vacant position of water maintainer.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion from Alderman Weigel, second from Alderman May. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 13, a report from the finance director, comptroller, with lots of checks issued.
Move
Can
to
I have
place on
a
file.
motion to place on file? Thank you, Alderman May.
Second.
And we have a second from Alderman Weigel. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. And item 14 is our city attorney claim report. And is Nick here? No. I do have a question about this. Yeah, can you go and grab Nick, please? Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, we're getting sued by Jenna.
Yeah. How about that?
I didn't think of it that way.
Oh, no,
You're right on.
I read the letter.
Mhm.
She signed it. It was, she was like really dark.
Damn it, we shouldn't hire her.
I want to note that the slowdown is not my fault. It's Nick's fault. City Attorney Claim Report, traffic accident
14.
between two police vehicles, the
Mhm.
City of Brookfield
Yes.
police vehicle and our police vehicle. It occurred in the city of Milwaukee. What's going on there? Is that a HIDA action or something?
I believe it was, without knowing completely what was going on, they were probably both on the way to court or a height or something. It was,
I couldn't have been on their way to court.
where was it located?
It was 30 something in Brown.
Oh,
Yes, it would not be by court at all.
Oh, Chief!
maybe the
There's
chief-
it! There we go!
Maybe he was.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Chief. What's going on here, please?
It was a joint operation among many suburban police departments. If you recall, last year we had a suburban violent crimes task force where Greenfield, West Allis, Glendale, Brookfield, Tosa would get together and look for crooks that were committing crime in our cities, but invariably it would take us into the city of Milwaukee. So it was on one of those deals that our squad collided with their squad and we were in the wrong.
Okay, and so neither vehicle had their emergency lights activated?
That I do not recall. I know they were going after a car, but I do not know if either car had their lights on at the time.
Okay.
And even if, so I can guess where you're going with it.
Yeah.
Assuming that The only way that it would benefit West Allis would be if the West Allis squad had their lights on and the Brookfield squad didn't.
Yeah.
If both vehicles had their lights on, the operators of both vehicles still have an obligation under statutes to operate with due regard. And the manner of this accident, we did not operate with due regard.
Yeah, our guy had the stop sign.
Yep.
The other vehicle had the
Yes.
right of way.
Yep.
Yeah, I just would observe that that's great that all our departments are working together, but if this was just our department, we wouldn't be suing each other and having to make a claim. Well, the other side would be us, though that would be repairing the damaged squad. But yeah, it is what it is. So all right,
Yep.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so Nick, you want this to be approved and placed on file, or
It was because it was under the threshold, and we investigated it. It was already been paid, so it can be placed on file.
just placed on file? Okay.
So moved.
It also, I'm
Oops,
sorry. It also came from CIVMIC. Oddly enough, where Jenna had now gone to also is Brookfield, so it was odd that way too, because that's our insurance company. So there was a lot of
Same insurance company.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. Well, we have a motion to place on file from
Second.
Alderman May, second from Alderman Weigel. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. And then we do have an additional discussion item that is regarding progress and recommendations regarding total benefit package and employee benefit committee. Ms. Grill.
Rebecca Grill, City Administrator. The Employee Benefit Committee met last Friday and made a recommendation to forward the package that we have been working on for over a year to the council. So during the month of October, we'll be bringing policies in the package before the committee for discussion. So just an update on that.
Thank you.
And, Mr. Chairman,
Please.
just that we're gonna be bringing that up at administration finance meeting.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, as opposed to
There's
a
a lot of-
recess meeting.
there's a lot of things to talk about
Mhm.
in there, so.
Yeah, I was going to perhaps suggest that we maybe have a meeting before the next council meeting, like at 6 o'clock. Cause otherwise our next regularly scheduled administration and finance meeting, I likely will be the discussion of the budget. So I don't know if you wanted to handle both of those, topics on the same evening.
No.
It'd be fun with
So, I thought if we had it at 6 o'clock, if there was something that we needed to follow up on the next Monday, we could do that, but at least the brunt of the discussion would have taken place. And I didn't have a chance to talk to you about that.
Oh,
so-
sure.
That's all right.
I figured I'd just bring it up now.
Yeah,
It's
that's
okay.
good too.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, that's, everyone's okay with
Yeah.
meeting at 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Chair.
Alderman May.
I'm fine with 6 o'clock, but are we gonna need more time than that? It's pretty comprehensive. We want to
You
do
know-
that Monday night instead, or
I think let's start with 6 o'clock, and if we can't get through it, well,
finish
then
up
we-
during council, or finish up at the same
Yeah,
time? Okay,
yeah, let's try.
6 p.m. works.
All right. Any other things that are on our agenda to
Date's gonna have
discuss?
to turn around.
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor?
Oh, thank you.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned. Thank you.